Devils.
Man. So that's funny that happened at 40. And actually asked a question.
No way.
I promise, yes, it happened.
Oh.
But it was a good question. And Peter Vermees answered, like, we put even more money. Yes.
I think that was the big question.
Right.
Why you Sure, sure. I know, right? You saw. Have you seen? Yes. That was accurate.
Is the
It was very sweet.
Can you bring me up?
You know me, my No, that's another source. I'm the younger sister.
So how long have you been town for?
I'll shoot second. Did I stay here or go with you? No, you can go with me. Okay. Bye, Dave.
I'm going to go ahead and throw up a quick mic check for you guys. Put the plate down. How's that sound? Looks like the period scores were 0-10, 0-0 Chiefs, 3-7-7-0, 17 total. How's that sounding? Here's the white balance. Good, everybody? All right, one more time. Here's one more time on the mic check. Did full loops tonight, walked around the whole building, concourse, everywhere. Good tour. All good? All righty.
person. That makes more sense. Yes. Oh, really?
Brad just announced as that door was shutting, and Michelle. I don't think he will. Postgame.
She's she is. She looks so good.
Yeah, you are way too sweet for this game.
For some reason.
All right. As far as the injuries go, Trent McDuffie is being evaluated for concussion. Matt Bushman fractured his clavicle. And then Malik Herring has an oblique strain. And Ely, his right knee. We're just evaluating it as we go. Other than that, right now we're okay. It was good. Good game to get the young guys into. I thought they did a nice job of finishing it out. We were able to get the run game going a little bit, and which we needed to do coming off the last two games. So I thought all in all, got a good evaluation of young players and stayed relatively healthy and worked on the run game a little bit. So with that, time's yours.
Big break until the Arizona game. How do you guys start off? What do you do?
Yeah, so look, Adam, next week it'll be an opportunity for us to go through a normal week's practice back at the facility. We'll keep the times kind of the same. We'll change some things up practice-wise, but just so the guys have a chance to go through a normal game week. This was more like a Thursday game and, in-season Thursday game, and we'll try to give them the whole picture with that and set it up that way. So we'll work this week, and then they'll get a few days off, and then we'll start back up for Arizona.
Speaking of your defense now, have you seen some things that tell you didn't see early in camp that made you ready for regular season?
Yeah, so I like the speed they're playing with. I like the communication that's taking place there. There's a certain confidence they're developing in one another that will continue through the season. But I've seen, to answer your question, the progress in those areas. And listen, the more familiar they are with each other, the faster they'll get even yet.
Fire huddle, that all gets said.
Yeah, that was Clark's suggestion, and players completely bought into it and wanted to do it. And then we added just a little wrinkle at the end there where the official, Craig did an amazing job of mentioning Lynn. But listen, it's a tribute to a great person, a great player, and then all he did in your profession there. Very seldom are you a Hall of Famer in two different things, man. He had a wonderful life and really took advantage every day he had on earth here. So.
Coach, not just because he's standing next to me, but Clark was his family do a great job of making this a very family organization. For you to see the tribute, but then also get to share that with your players, how does that just more reinstate the fact that this organization is like?
Yeah, well, our players, if they didn't know it before, they surely felt it there. I mean, all the guys are into both sides of the ball. They know where it comes from. That's not the only thing that the Hunts do for the team. So they do a phenomenal job with that, of giving the players, and some guys are coming from families that possibly are even non-existent, and so here they're brought into this environment. It's great for them. It's something they can take with them the rest of their life, or and hopefully develop their own families.
Since Pat didn't play tonight, other than that one play. Whose idea was it to get him involved? Did he sort of volunteer for that?
Yeah.
How did that come about?
Yeah, he wanted to jump in there. Kelsey, who wasn't going to play, he wanted to jump in there. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, and then the defense couldn't wait to see it. I mean, it was crazy the way it worked out. It was, I mean, Spags was going. He missed it, and he was the guy that was most excited about it, and he missed it over there talking to his guys. So, but he'll see it on tape there. But it was a neat deal. Again, for a great person.
What is your problem, Joe?
I thought Rojo ran hard. He had good vision, and shoot, I didn't think he did anything to hurt himself. In our eyes, or whatever happens to him down the road here. So, but I thought he did a nice job for us. Yeah. I thought the same thing there. Yeah. Now this is without watching the tape, but I thought he ran hard. I thought both those guys, they're big men, and they played big, and they weren't shying away from anything.
Is that an unfortunate thing with Bushman's injury after the 90?
Yeah. Bushman's got phenomenal hands, and he's shown that all through camp. And he was just coming back off of where he tweaked his knee, and then he landed on it, and you could kind of see the way it was. He was wrapped up and fell on it. I knew, as he did, that something was wrong there with his shoulder. So, but
real quick, MVS, we didn't see practice. Is he okay?
Yeah, he's okay. He banged his head, and so he was in the concussion protocol. Yeah, he's all right. Okay.
All right, thank you. Take a run over here.
Shane, how do you feel about your performance tonight?
I felt good.
Your overall feelings from start to finish?
Yeah, it was a good night. First of all, I'm glad we got the win. To finish preseason out, game 3 with a win is always big. But, the team did a great job from start to finish. We didn't score a lot of points offensively, but our defense played really well. And like I said, just glad we got a win.
Anyone that maybe stood out for you that you thought had a big game, maybe that you got to connect with? Or
10. The running back. He's running really hard. I'm really happy for him. Being a rookie, and he plays hard, but he also is very comfortable out there too for a rookie. So it's always fun being back there with him and being able to hand it off to him and see what he does.
What does it mean to you that in the third and fourth quarter you're out there, guys like Patrick and Travis and the starters are also engaged and encouraging?
Yeah, they do a great job. Just whenever we come off the sideline, Pat's right there, telling us what he sees. Chad also is right there, and they do a good job of staying engaged the whole time. And it's great for us to learn from those guys when they're on the field, but even when they're off the field, they do a great job of coaching us and helping us get better.
Shane, Lynn Dawson's done playing a long time. What do you know about him? Have you seen any highlights or anything? What do you know about him?
Yeah, recently I've seen the highlights, and I know a lot of the history of him. It's a terrible thing that he passed away, and we're praying for his family and his loved ones. But a Chiefs legend, a Hall of Famer, and just being able to honor him tonight was huge for our team and also the Chiefs community in general. Awesome, thank you guys.
As their first preseason in the books, just how did you feel about your performance in the last 3 games?
Definitely getting comfortable out there with the guys, the O-line, being able to slow down my game and be a little bit more patient, take advantage of that.
You were better at that tonight than you were say, last week?
Absolutely, definitely was.
For you to obviously the speed of the game is probably one of the biggest chunks that you have to get over when you get into preseason. Do you feel like now 3 games into it, you look like you're just starting around now? Is it just coming naturally to you?
Just definitely coming in early, looking at the guys, the older guys, getting a routine going, just picking their brains, feeling so I could feel most comfortable out there. Coming in early, getting the plays down, being able to execute fast. That's what I'm coming in here to do.
Isaiah, can you talk to us about the expectations you had of yourself during the draft process and kind of the reality you find yourself in now?
Just a kid from Violent, South Jersey. Just hoping my dreams come true. And when I got the call, it couldn't be anywhere better than here. I was just truly blessed about that. And once the moment came for me to get here, it was all work. I was just ready to put my foot forward and listen. Whatever coach wanted me to do, I'm gonna do it to help win games.
Had you envisioned yourself at this point, kind of entering the regular season and finding yourself in the position you're in, and hearing all of your teammates and coaches kind of praise you and how hard you run? Were you expecting that or imagining that?
Just being humble and blessed. Just coming in with the same mentality every day, looking at the guys, the older guys, just picking their brains, and being a younger guy, just working hard every day, just showing them that I'm a player that they could count on, and I'm doing whatever I got to do to help the team win.
Putting in a lot of work all the way back from rookie OTAs in May, and then you probably play a real game here in a couple of weeks. Just where's your level of excitement at?
I'm definitely excited. Never went to an NFL game outside of football, but now I'm actually playing in one, so I'm definitely excited for that, and ready to let it loose.
The next 17 days or so, anything in particular that you want to focus on to get better?
Just going in tomorrow, or whenever we have practice, and picking those 3 things to get better at, and once I see them on tape, then I'm gonna be able to execute it.
You never went to an NFL game.
No, growing up, I never went to an NFL game, only MLB game, but yeah, my preseason was my first NFL game that I've been to, and I actually played in it, so that was pretty dope for me.
How has Arrowhead been? I mean, you got to start in quite the place.
Oh, it was crazy. I was like, damn, this. I'm sorry, but there was a lot of fans for a preseason game. For me, coming to Rutgers is, those scrimmages we get against each other in college. We don't have preseason games, so it's nothing like the fans out there. So definitely blessed to be here. Thank you.
Is that it?
Brooks still hasn't been, everybody else has.
It's close. They closed it.
Close it down.
Yeah.
I know.
All right. All right.
Right.
They do. They watch.
Yeah, can I get a report?
That's a mirror?
Yeah.
Oh, that's tough. I mean,
I wouldn't say now to get the interception for players though. That came, first week of preseason, just the first drive for me. Honestly, it came during camp. That's probably like the biggest as far as like, a lot of playbook coming thrown at you and be able to manage that, still be a leader as a young guy or trying to anyway. I think that's when it started the whole in. So now with the games and just trying to, play as well as I can as a young guy and fly around and basically, hold myself accountable for the guys that's around me and then set a good example for the young guys that also follow me and then making the guys above me proud as well as coaches and things of that nature. So
how is it coming to you? Coming you didn't have to see some live action?
Oh yeah. But like I said, camp was where I think that kind of really like honing in on everything started to smooth out for me. OTAs was a bit of a struggle, I would say, for my eyes personally. But I think camp was what really helped me a lot from the day in and day out. I learned the whole playbook, and he would just randomly call different plays from different installs. So I think that's a big part. And then, with the safeties making a lot of checks, it forced me to do that. And then as well as him putting me in different positions, having to learn all that aspect. So just constantly like having the good struggle, if you will, helps me a lot with that aspect. So yeah, it's pretty smooth right now.
Does it help or hurt to have so many young guys on the defense? Because on the one hand, you don't have young guys. There's so many young guys. You don't have guys you can always go to ask questions. But at the same time, you guys are kind of at the same level, learning together, growing together. So how do you see it?
Well, it depends on how you look at it. Honestly, how you look at anything is like if you look at something long enough or you have your own perspective about it, it would change based on how you look at it. So how I look at it is the positive. I don't try to look at the negatives because, at the end of the day, we're flying around, we're having fun. We learn each other. There's chemistry. That comes with any of the team. I think that's a big part. But the positives are there, the effort is there, the love for one another is there, and like the accountability is there. So with those things, adding together, I don't feel like there's no like, oh, it's a downfall. You make mistakes, things happen. It's any given Sunday, things like that kind of happen. But as far as a whole aspect, like I just look at all the positive. There's a lot of positive with this group. I'm looking forward to seeing it all develop.
Brian, you've got a long way to
Mm-hmm.
what do you do to stay sharp?
Stay sharp as far as like football or just in general? Oh, I'm going to say you got to ask. Football, just literally just watching film. I mean, it's on your tablet. It's kind of like this. That's the easiest part. But I did that back in college too. So to be able to watch games whenever I want to, make my own calls based on, he has installs. I can just, basically go into games and just watch how different plays and see how this play might plan out. And if I have something to question, I can bring up the coach. But for us, like that'd be a big aspect of me. And then obviously recovering. I know this past preseason I played a lot of snaps, and at the end of the day, though, you got to be able to, recover from week to week. So I think that is be a big aspect for me, too. But besides those two, like, I'm just be chilling.
Brian, you obviously played a lot of snaps.
Mm-hmm.
Another guy on one side, Joshua Williams, played a lot of snaps.
Mm-hmm.
I know you talked to him quite a bit throughout the Sunday game. You guys all having experiences together. He had some maybe plays he wanted back. What did you try to express to him? And just what's it like to know that you guys are getting so much experience so that maybe you guys don't make any mistakes?
I mean, I know, like, we all have, I think that's it. First, before I even answer that question, I think what I try to do coming in as a player, I try to learn the players of what they need for us to respond better. What he may need different, somebody else may need. And this is not playbook wise, it's nothing. This is me knowing how to trigger different emotions or trigger different things to certain players. I know I can say to Trent might not be registered the same I say to Josh. So I was basically trying to say to Josh was that, like, next play, I know he gets hard on this, he gets hard on stuff. Like, next play is okay, like, let it go. Just play the next play. Because at the end of the day, like, dog, you still gonna make plays. It's gonna happen. Like, you're gonna have those ups and downs, which is next play. Because at the end of the day, you can't take it back. You can go back and look at it and correct it, but you can't let it affect you right now. And I think that the biggest thing a lot of players understand, like, when those happen, I think I want him to understand, like, I have your back, bro. Like, I know you probably feel down about yourself, but trust me, like, we good. This next play, we got it. We can figure it out. I'm gonna be here with you, next step and for how long you want to walk. So I think that was probably the message in brief, because there was a few times I had to talk to him, but it wasn't nothing major. Just make sure that that I'm here for him and that keep this thing rolling.
Brian, the interception looked like a really good read on that play.
Mm-hmm.
Can you kind of walk us through that play, what you saw, what was kind of going through your mind?
Well, first and foremost, I mean, the quarterback, that was probably the biggest key. He has the ball. But seeing how the routes develop and then knowing how the routes develop, I would say, and knowing who had what in our coverage, I was able to make a play and able to jump it. And then knowing that I had a guy, Zane, underneath, so he had to force to throw the ball over the top. So I'm like, all right, well, either two is going to happen. Either I'm going to pick, it's going to be, underneath and it's going to hit him in the back. So I was able to get over there in time and, get the pick. I was just, lucky enough to get that. But it was just nothing like too extravagant. Just kind of reacted to it. But it was one of those plays. I made it to practice too, so it's kind of like ironic, yeah.
How did it feel to run with the ball in your hands?
Felt great. So it felt great. Yeah, it felt great. I should have cut back, but I was like, I don't know. I'm gonna try to score next time, but it was just more of a things like that. But it definitely felt good to have a ball in my hands. So, especially because back then I used to play like receiver in high school, so it felt good to have it once in your hands again.
How does it feel playing up high versus playing at the bottom? Is there a certain type of different feel as you get in this tag system?
I would say based on what the offense is doing, I would definitely say that I like to be around the ball as much as I can. So that way, like if something happens, I can make an impact as fast as possible. That's not being selfish. That's more be like my impact could be coming from getting a D lineman off a double team, something like that. It's very simple, but it's very pivotal to what we're trying to get done. So I think being able to do that for the D lineman is very key, as well as in terms of placement, deep coverages. Being able to be underneath some routes for the deeper players, so be on top, knowing that someone has to be more aggressive. So all really depends on what the offense is giving us at the time. But me being able to play in different positions with his defense, I think that helps me kind of like navigate certain aspects of what's coming and knowing where I'm on the field and what I can help with and what I know it's like not mine to deal with and what I can help with at the end of the day.
And you're still waiting to get that big hit. You still haven't kind of gotten it.
I'm not worried about that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what kind of player I am. Not worried about that. I think the biggest thing right now is just making sure everybody's on the same page. Because, like I said, even with the pick, like I didn't go out there fiending for it. It was something that kind of happened. So I know like the big hits will come. I know all the things will come in due time. But as long as I can be the best player I can be and help the team get dubs, that's all that matters to me.
Right, you talk about embracing the journey.
Yeah.
How much of the preseason have you embraced?
How much of the preseason? All of it. Then that comes from even camp. Camp's long. It's tiring. It's hot. But embrace it. Because at the end of the day, like, at one point in time, I was a little kid wishing to be in these shoes. So being grateful each and every day, knowing you store, knowing things like that, it starts with that. And having the self-discipline to keep showing up and keep putting your best foot forward and knowing that's okay to make mistakes. Like, I mean, I say it's okay because I'm very hard on myself. But at the same time, I have to be able to understand, like I told Josh, next play. Be courteous with myself in that aspect. And I know, like, a lot of coaches, a lot of players try to, like, tell me to calm down in certain aspects. I'm very, very hard on myself. I want everybody to make sure that, I want everybody to make sure we're on the same page, things like that. But I think as far as, like, the process, it's been a blessing. I'm definitely embracing it, I would say. And then as far as looking forward to it, like I said, each and every day just building those blocks. That's all I can do. You can't, you didn't build Mount Everest or you don't climb Mount Everest, overnight. It takes time. So just keep chipping away, keep stabbing at it, keep moving forward.
Thank you.
No problem. Appreciate it.